Bum-ba-da-dum! Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com, where I throw a beautiful E minor lick out for you just to see what you'll do. Welcome to the internet's best home for learning how to play guitar, banjo, and mandolin. This video marks the first of many I'm going to do on all three instruments, banjo, guitar, and mandolin, teaching you how to play What Child Is This, also known as Greensleeves. But we're going to learn an intermediate version just like you heard, but also intermittently throughout that I'm going to be teaching a beginner version as well. So those of you who, I don't know, your granny bought you a guitar a few years ago and you're sitting around Christmas tree and she's like, why don't you ever learn how to play anything? Then you can learn just a simple version of What Child Is This? So check out the website for that as well. I love this lesson because I'm going to teach you how to play every measure that you just heard me play in the performance. But then I've also got a slow version where I play it very slowly all the way from start to finish, and then I've got 4 different rhythm speed videos there of me playing backup for you so that you can practice. The tabs are there as well, both in PDF and in TEF file format, which is really cool. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, here in a little while I'll ask you to go over to my website, BanjoBenClark.com, where you can join as a Gold Pick member, watch hundreds of lessons just like this one. I put a new one out every week. All right, let's dive into What Child Is This? What a great Christmas tune this is. This is What Child Is This? Also, the tune is known as Greensleeves. It's typically in 3/4. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But for this bluegrass version, this intermediate version, I'm going to make it 4/4. Okay, so if you've maybe this Christmas season you can get your band to play it with you 4/4. It's a lot of fun to play that way, spice it up a little bit. It's in the key of E minor, okay, which is the relative minor of G. So we'll notice that a lot of the chords, most of the chords we're going to use, are going to be standard chords whenever you're in the key of G. We do have a couple oddballs here and there. Also, this is my chord arrangement as we talk through it. It's pretty standard. I think that, you know, there's lots of different ways to play this. So you may have different chords that you want to throw in. But we're going to walk in right there with some quarter notes in measure 1. You'll notice that I have all the pick stroke directions beneath each one of the notes. Okay, so down arrow means downstroke, up means up. Once we get to that G note, the open G string, measure 2, then we're just going to slide beneath it with our ring finger from 4th to 5th fret. Then it's a couple open strings, and then you're going to land on that 2nd fret of the G string with your index finger, okay? And that's important because of the lick that's coming next. But measures 1 and 2 sound like this. Simple enough. And then with our middle finger, we're going to slide from 3rd to 4th fret on the G string, then reach up, leave that down after you make that slide, and reach up and grab this 3rd fret of the B string. And then we'll come right back to that 4th fret. So measure 3 sounds like this. Once again. And we're going to jump down really quickly to the 2nd fret with our index finger. Leave it down throughout the course of this measure. And we're going to be hammering from the 3rd to 4th frets down here below it on the D string. Get your pick strokes right. Down, 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 up, up. Good. All of line 1 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. As we get into measure 5, we're over a B minor chord. We're just going to do kind of a Doc Watson type little lick here to fill in some space. It sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Really simple, just all stays on the D string. When we get to measure 6, we're going to have another one of those slides. And then we're going to hammer on from 1st to 2nd fret here as we get ready to go into an A minor chord. And leave that down as you go into measure 7, where we're going to play the G string again and do another hammer on. As you can see there in measure 6 and 7, what we're really working is this E flat to E natural, which kind of follows what what the melody is doing. Do, 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 do. Okay, so 6 and 7 together sound like this. That's a cool little rhythm there. And then we're going to leave our middle finger down on the 2nd fret for measure 8, and then we're going to slide with our ring finger to the 3rd and 4th frets. Leave that down while you reach up and grab the 2nd fret of the G string, and then come right back down. Okay. Good, good. So we get into measure 9, we're going to land on this low melody note, this B note down here, and then we're going to just kind of walk back up the minor scale to get back into our melody note. Slide, and then we're right back in position where we need to be. We've seen all this before, or we've seen measure 10 before. And then measure 11, it's kind of similar to measure 3, but we're going to present the melody in just a little bit different way. Start off there, then slide, and leave that middle finger down. We're going to reach up and grab this 3rd fret, and then 5, 3, then back to 4. So 11 sounds like this. 10 and 11 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Measure 12 is a fun measure. We're going to start off with the open string and then slide with our index finger 1st to 2nd fret. And grab that 3rd fret up there and hammer. Good. Into measure 13. Once again, just leave this 4th fret down here with your ring finger in measure 13 because we're coming right back to it. And then we're going to get into kind of a makeshift C position by way of a hammer on in 14. That's what that measure sounds like. We have a little 8th note rest in there. Make sure and make room for that. And then we're going to, in 15, hammer 1st fret. Reach up and grab the open B string. Then have a little stretch here. Try to keep this note down, ringing. We're going to reach down and grab the 4th fret of the A string, and then back to the 1st fret. So measure 15 sounds like this. And then we're going to wrap up the verse with a cool little E minor lick here in measure 16. It starts out with just a quarter note on the 2nd fret of the D string. Then we're going to have a 16th note pull off, so it's a really fast pull off. 1st fret to open, land on that 2nd fret. Back to the D string, then another pull off. So 16 slowly sounds like this. Good. And as we land on that low E note in 17, now we're going to transition into the chorus, which goes into kind of the G major feel. Okay, and we're just going to do a little run up the scale here. Then we're going to start the chorus. Let's take a look at that now.